So we start here where we finished off the previous video. This is the custom package we created in Alaska with Norwegian Bliss, and this is what the package looks like currently. We're going to go back to the edit screen to now add some optional packages. What's an optional package? An optional package allows you to add other um, open segments which are being used as an option for the customer. So a good example would be if you wanted to give them a business class fare as an option. Or another option could be where you want to offer them a five-star hotel instead of a four-star hotel. Or in the case that we are going to use, we have a departure here from New York City, and we are now going to add a departure from Chicago. Okay. So I'm going to go into the itinerary section here. In the itinerary section, we have this little icon that says add optional package. Okay. So I am now going to add a package where I'm going to select Chicago to Seattle. And the dates will be the same. So it's going to be May 1st. And we're going to say, let's say 8 a.m. and lands at 10 a.m. Okay. Departure city in this case is going to be Chicago, and arrival city is going to be Seattle. Again, you can put over here economy round trip fare from to Chicago. So we are now going to do supplier as to be determined, and we can enter a different fare. So we had $500 earlier. Let's just say that this is a little bit cheaper, 450 and 100, and we'll just clone this. Okay, so all of the prices are here, and I am going, we can choose include in deposit or include in final. I'm going to leave it as included in deposit. All right, so you can see now when you add a new one, it makes that the default. So you can click on show optional packages, and if you want to make the other one the default, then you can make this one the default. So you can click on edit here, and I'm going to make this one the default and hit save. Give it a second to update the package. All right, so now it shows the New York City flight as the default, and when you click on show optional package, it'll show you the Chicago option. I'm going to do the same thing for the return. Add an optional package. And here we will call this Seattle to Chicago. Now, since we added the fare already, we don't necessarily need to add the fare here. So let's say I select, what is it, the 12th. All right, so we're going to do the 12th, And let's say that this is a 10 p.m. departure. So 2200, and I'm going to say that we arrive around the same time. It's going to say return trip from Seattle to Chicago. And you can choose to not enter any fares here. So to be determined. And if you already covered the cost of the round trip, you can simply do 0 here. And so there will be no cost for the return. So now we have an optional package here. We can also do the same thing for hotel, like I said, where you could add a higher end hotel like a 5-star option, or a lower option like a 2-star. What happens when you add optional packages is it will ask the consumer to select the option they want. So what we're going to do now is we're going to demo the booking flow, and over there it'll ask the customer to confirm their selection. All right, so now we have optional packages here. I'm going to hit save package. All right, so let's go back here, refresh that page. Let's see if it's ready to go. Yes, it is. So you can see here that once there are optional items, it also adds this link. So you can see here now that we do have the New York option and the Chicago option. And if I select the Chicago option, it's actually going to make it a little bit cheaper. So this is 1608. And now if I select the Chicago option, you can see that the price went down by $70 here. Okay. So that's how the optional packages work.